What gives you the confidence that this year will be that year that Philadelphia takes that next step?
I think we have a lot of continuity with our roster. We've had pretty much the same roster since training camp, so we've had an opportunity to build day in and day out with the same guys, and I think that's huge. Whether that's building chemistry, that's building trust over the course of the year. I'm confident moving forward that we have guys in our locker room that are just focused on winning. There's no personal accolades that outweigh the team, and that's huge, especially in professional sports. I think this is the most locked in team that I've been in, whether it's lifting after games or getting in on off days and getting extra work in. This team is locked in on continuously growing on an upward trend.
How much pressure right now is on you guys to get it done this year with what you're talking about?
At the end of the day, I think, the best thing about us right now is I'd say maybe like last year, you kind of like feel that, you make a big blockbuster trade at the trade deadline. And they're like, all right, this is the time, you make it happen. But I think the best thing about being in Philadelphia is that that they care. So you can either look at it as it's pressure, or you can look at it as I got to commit to being the best me, every single day. And that's kind of how I look at it from a team aspect. I'm sure it looks like, there is pressure, but I think for us is we're enjoying the fact that we're continuously getting better and finding things out about ourselves of what we need to continue to do to grow and be better. We've had countless games against top teams in the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference where, we've won and then we've lost. But I think, we've come out learning like, all right, these are the ways we can attack these different teams and be successful. What people have to understand is in the playoffs is you got to give yourself a fighting chance. Look at Milwaukee a couple of years ago. They're literally 2 inches with KD's foot away from going home and not winning a championship. So if you can go in and be committed and be focused and be as a team and have the least amount of distractions, you're giving yourself a fighting chance. And I think we've learned that, moving forward, especially after last year, that you just want to come in, be healthy, and minimize distractions and be together to give yourself a fighting chance. Because in the playoffs, anything can happen.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's a matter of inches. KD's foot now being behind that line could have just derailed that whole situation. You guys with Toronto, I know you won there with Philadelphia years ago, Toronto, and that shot by Kawhi. All those types of things that happen in the playoffs. So you got to give yourselves a fighting chance and not leave any room for any error. But talking about the pressure, like just the fact that you're in Philadelphia right now with the teams and the success that you saw the Eagles going to the Super Bowl, you saw the Philadelphia Phillies going to the World Series. Now it's like, are fans telling you guys, hey, you're up next?
Yeah, like you better get it or we'll chase you guys out of town. No. Philly's real supportive, but obviously when you're not, winning or getting to that level, they're going to be frustrated, which I completely understand. So at the end of the day, you hear, fans with their opinions and what they expect. And at the end of the day, I can appreciate it. I love it because it means they actually care. And but I think for the best thing for everybody's well-being is control the controllables. And like I was talking about before, yes, it may seem like a lot of pressure, but when you start thinking like it's pressure, you're going to go out there and not play like yourself. So I think all of us realize that and try to stay away from feeling that pressure, because then you're not going to be able to be you. All I can control is my attitude, my effort, and how I treat other people. And I know it sounds cliche, and that's definitely is not the Philadelphia motto. Like, I'm going to give my best. It's no, we want you to win.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to get out there and we're going to turn a lot of heads.